Now to some extraordinary images from inside the train. They were taken by former Congressman Patrick Murphy. He was a passenger and he survived the crash. At least 2 people who died were from our area. A woman who is still missing is also from the tri-state area. CBS 2's Diane Macedo now with more on that.
Susan and Howie Zemser say their son Justin just celebrated his 20th birthday on March 25th. They never imagined it would be his last.
This tragedy has shocked us all in the worst way.
The midshipman was finishing up his 2nd year at the Naval Academy and was heading home to Rockaway Beach, Queens, when the train derailed.
He was supposed to come home last night at 10:30, and when I went online to see, if everything was on time, they said there was a derailment. All night we kept on calling hospitals, but nothing. And then we got the phone call this morning that my son has passed.
Susan Zemser says among her son's many accomplishments, he was valedictorian of his high school class and was very community-minded.
He was wonderful. He was absolutely wonderful. Everybody looked up to my son.
The Associated Press says staffers there are also mourning one of their own after software architect Jim Gaines died in the crash. The AP says the 48-year-old father of 2 was headed home to Plainsboro, New Jersey from meetings in Washington. AP President and CEO Gary Pruitt told employees in an email, Gaines leaves behind a legacy of professionalism and critical accomplishment, kindness, and humor. He will be missed. Meanwhile, the CEO of a technology education company who lives in Manhattan still hasn't been seen or heard from since the crash. A co-worker says 39-year-old Rachel Jacobs, wife and mother of 2, commutes to Philadelphia twice a week from her home on the Lower East Side.
She definitely was on the train. What's happening with that they don't have her on the list is because she didn't have a reserve ticket. She has a 10 pass, and because of the 10 pass, they didn't have her name on the list.
Teams are now combing through the wreckage to look for Jacobs and any other passengers still unaccounted for. Diane Macedo, CBS 2 News.
And we just learned the identity of a 3rd victim from the tri-state area, 55 years old, a vice president for Wells Fargo in New York. He's identified as Ibad Gilani.